Okay. All right. Yeah, please. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. This will begin the regular meeting of the Planning Commission, June 9th, 2021. And before we go any further, let me read an opening statement. Thank you all attending for this Planning Commission hearing. Before I begin, I'd like to state that in the interest of public and staff safety, the town of Monument is currently following the CDC and Governor Polis recommendations. Planning Commission hearings are in person or via a WebEx application with the planning commissioners and the public attending. Note that the Planning Department posts in our Documents on Demand portal information and WebEx instructions for each hearing a week in advance of each meeting. The Planning Commission's role is to conduct public hearings and to make recommendations for the Board of Trustees about land use matters in the town of Monument. Agendas and packet materials for this meeting are available on the town's website. The Planning Commission bylaws are also on the website, and should anyone wish to become a Planning Commissioner or alternate, you may find an application on the town website as well. Each commissioner agrees to a non-partial, objective, and fair review. This includes no prejudgment of the projects. Should a commissioner wish to disqualify him or herself for any conflicts of personal or financial interest in this matter before us tonight, please say so now. Looking around, I see no one raising their hand, so I will continue. Also, as a reminder to the commissioners, when you speak about a project, please give your name so that those who are listening to the hearing will know who is speaking. For those who are attending tonight's public hearing via WebEx, please ensure that you raise your hand in WebEx and speak directly to the commission so you can be heard. To ensure a timely and fair hearing, we ask that if multiple people have the same comment, only one person speak on that same subject. Once the public hearing portion is closed, the applicant or staff will be offered an opportunity to provide rebuttal. I will then close the public comment session, and the commission may ask additional questions at that time and discuss the proposal. Thank you. This concludes the introduction. We will begin the first item on the agenda. So first item is a swearing in. Is that? Okay, that's just, here we have number 2. So we'll go on to number 3 first, the roll call. Thank you.
Chairman Chris Wilhelmy.
Here.
Vice Chairman Sean White.
Present.
Commissioner Martin Trujillo.
Here.
Commissioner Danny Orrs.
Here.
Commissioner Joshua Thomas.
Yep.
And we have a quorum.
All right, thank you. And before going any further, let us please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, indivisible, with justice for all. Thank you. All right, I will move to the next item, which is the request for approval of the previous Planning Commission meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for approval of the previous Planning Commission meeting minutes?
Commissioner White, move that the Planning Commission approve the previous Planning Commission meeting minutes.
I, Commissioner Trujillo, approve and second that approval.
Thank you.
Commissioner Joshua Thomas.
Move.
Yeah, for the minutes.
Yes.
Commissioner Danny Orrs. Commissioner Martin Trujillo.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Sean White.
Yes.
And Chairman Chris Wilhelmy.
Yes.
Minutes are approved.
Thank you. All right. Moving into the public hearings and recommendations. We have one item on the agenda tonight, and it's a long description, but let me get through this. 3 enclave annexations, 231 North Front Street, parcel ID number 71154000051. 251 North Front Street, parcel ID number 71154050005, and a parcel adjacent to I-25 and west of Jackson Creek Parkway, parcel ID 71143000013. I will turn it to the planning staff.
Yes, good evening. as was stated, is a request for approval of annexation and zoning of 3 enclave parcels, investing in Front Street, Mr. Dominowski's property, and Elite Properties of America. Annexations are regulated by the state. An enclave is essentially a property surrounded by land already in the incorporated area of the town. Project location number 1, investing in Front Street, which is located at 3 2nd Street, which is the old Seibol's barn property. It is 1.01 acres in size. Project location number 2, Mr. Dominowski's property, which is located at 251 North Front Street. It is 0.93 acres in size. And project location number 3, Elite Properties of America, which is located adjacent to I-25 and west of Jackson Creek Parkway. It is within the approved The Village PD sketch plan, and it is 0.89 acres in size. 3 2nd Street will be zoned as General Business District B, which is consistent with the current zoning designation. The property owner plans to submit a mixed-use development site plan with affordable townhome rentals and commercial uses after this annexation process. 251 North Front Street will be zoned as General Business District B, which is consistent with the current zoning designation. The property owner will work with the property owner of 3 2nd Street to submit a lot line adjustment after the annexation process. Parcel to I-25 and west of Jackson Creek Parkway will be zoned as planned development, which is consistent with the current zoning designation. The property owner plans to submit a mixed-use development final PD site plan, which will be consistent with the approved The Village PD sketch plan after this annexation process. Lastly, the goal of the annexations is to make the properties more desirable for mixed-use development and consistency of zoning. The parcels to be annexed will add to the land area of their lots. The objective of the 2 downtown parcels is to maximize the mixed use and commercial uses of the property. The town will serve water and Monument Sanitation will serve wastewater. Woodmore Water and Sanitation District will serve water and wastewater to the parcel adjacent to I-25 and west of Jackson Creek Parkway. No public improvements or fees are required for these annexations, and therefore there is no annexation agreement. The annex parcels will be designated as General Business District and Planned Development zoning accordingly to the annexation ordinance to be presented to the Board of Trustees. And staff recommends approval of the enclave annexations and the respective zonings for investing in Front Street, Mr. Dominowski's property, and Elite Properties of America, based on the staff report findings that the proposal complies with all standards and criteria for approval. And staff's here to answer any questions.
Is the applicant here?
The town is the applicant for this one.
Got it. Okay. All right. So let's ask, I see no one in the audience physically, but let's ask Teresa. All right. And just as before, I'll give it a few moments. We'll see if anyone raises their hand. Is there anyone in attendance online that you can see? That's a no. Okay. All right. Well, just in case someone hops on in the next few moments, I'll let that happen. Otherwise, all right. Seeing that no one has hopped on online or otherwise raised their hand, is that right? All right. Let's go ahead and close the public comments section. And I will turn it over to the commissioners for any questions or comments to staff.
Commissioner White here. I do have a couple of questions. I understand the motivation and desire to receive annexing and zone change for the Front Street LLC property, because they're looking to develop that into something more than it is right now. But what I don't understand is what is the rationale for annexing and rezoning Mr. Dominowski's property adjacent to the first one?
Yes, his property is part in the county and part in the town. And for the first property to do a lot line adjustment, he would have to annex into the town to do that lot line adjustment, and he was fine with doing that and working with the property owner adjacent to him.
And the advantage for the town is that some of the property that Mr. Dominowski owns is in the county, and the town currently does not receive property tax and or sales tax on some of that property.
Sense. What's driving the lot line readjustment between the two properties?
For a driveway to be put in over there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any change in usage envisioned at this time for Mr. Dominowski's property, or is this just to facilitate the development of the adjacent lot?
Yep. You are correct. Is to facilitate the adjacent lot so they could develop a mixed use property.
Okay, got it. And then the last question I have is around the third property between Jackson Creek and I-25. Was that property or parcel part of the original village plat that we reviewed?
No, it wasn't. It was not in. Now I don't remember. It could have been, but it's okay to be part of that plat, to be in the county and the town, as long as when they develop, it is part of the town consistently.
Okay. And was it like an enclave as part of that development, or is it an adjacent property? Do you remember?
It's an enclave part of that development.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And is it going to be developed as part of that master village plan?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a small little part that was there. They could build around it, but they rather just have it be consistent as one parcel, I should say.
Understood. Why did it exist? That little tiny sliver.
I don't know.
We've all asked that question. You know, we have, and you're going to see some more of these coming to you. We have how many? About 7 more?
Yeah, about 7 or 8 more.
Yeah, about 7 or 8 more that, you know, we all sat down on a map one day and started identifying parcels that just sit outside the town that are surrounded by the town. And so Colorado Springs is doing the same thing. At the same time we're doing it, you know, one of the reasons why I think we were introduced to Megan was we were working on annexation plans, and Colorado Springs was working on theirs. And so we got into a discussion about that, and we found out that, you know, this is something that not only we're looking at, but other communities around us are looking at it. And it's precipitated by, I think El Paso County wants to give as much land back to the towns and get them to annex as much land as possible to take some of their responsibility away from the county as far as roads and stuff like that.
And just keeping track of it too is an administrative burden. Right. Okay, well, great. That answers all of my questions. Thank you.
Any other commissioners? Thoughts, questions? Yeah. All right. Moving forward, motion to vote. Anyone would like to put a motion forth on this proposal? I know, you have to go through the entire thing.
Commissioner Howard. I move the Planning Commission recommend approval of the enclave annexation and their respective zonings for investing in Front Street LLC, Mr. Dominski's property, and Elite Properties of America Incorporated, based on the staff report finding that the proposed annexation complies with all the standards and criteria for approval.
I will second.
Commissioner Joshua Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Martin Trujillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Daniel Orrs,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Sean White,
Yes.
and Chairman Chris Wilhelmi.
Yes.
It has been approved 5-0.
Thank you. All right. Moving swiftly along, we'll go to reports and communications from staff.
Oh, yeah, I just to tell you, Megan Harrington is going to start on Monday. And so this may be my last planning commission meeting. But she'll be taking over and be assisting, and Debbie will be assisting her on moving forward with this town's planning and zoning efforts. So we look forward to that, and I think you're going to enjoy having a great relationship with her over the next, hopefully, 20 years.
Come back anytime, Mr. Foreman. Debbie?
And one other thing, the land development code update and zoning map update has been approved by the board 6-0, and the effective date will be July 16th.
So on July 16, can you get that snapshot of all the projects in the works and all that good stuff? I'm just aching for that. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to move on from our prior code.
We have a lot of applicants wanting to know what the differences are, so when to submit, when not, if they want to submit with the old code or new code. So
Yep.
Next meeting's going to be busy.
Yeah. All right, commissioners, anything to update? All right, having seen none. Announcements. All right, I have one. I guess it's July 14th, 2021, dependent on development project submissions. At 6 p.m., we'll have another planning commission meeting, but will be updated by staff, of course. Anything else, Debbie, you'd like to add?
nope, that's all.
All right. All right, cool. If there's anything else, speak now. Otherwise, hold your peace. All right, we will adjourn. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all very much. That's a quick meeting.
Okay, Teresa.
17 minutes, folks.
Maybe.